is an understatement.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time around it hit pretty hard. Last time I kind of laughed at it. Or this time I did not laugh.
Yeah.
All right, let me see my screen. I think I'm already sharing.
You are.
All right, so kind of looking at ES, obviously I was not trading as much, especially the last couple of days, but there was a couple of supplies. If you guys looked at on 2 hours or even on 1 hour, you had a couple of supplies here. I mean, we talked about this demand. Do you guys recall this 417 demand? So if you guys look at if you look at your VRVP, there was a little shelf there. If you guys recall, we talked about it. 417 was the level that we looked at before, and it came literally right to it and it rejected. So no surprise there. I mean, we really need to get over that level in order to go higher. So we're looking at, I would say, if you want to go long, we're looking. If we kind of hold this line here that you guys are seeing, hopefully, this line, if this is able to hold right here, we can go for calls and look for a bounce. And if we break, I would say if you break this 39.66, the evil number, we have a chance to go back to 40.20. So that's going to be fairly important. And then if we break this level here, we have 40.73. I would not ignore the 40.50 just because there was a supply here before, tiny little guy in this area here. If you guys look, I would not ignore him. If you go along here, there's a strong chance we revisit the 40.20 supply here, and then if we break that, we get the 40.50. If we're able to break 40.50, it really opens up. I would say then, we have a strong chance probably to go to 4,100, and that would be my level that I'm looking to peel off right here somewhere. So you have a nice supply here as well. If you look on just candle types, you have an indecision candle, then you have a indecisive candle. That's the one that we're kind of looking at. And if you grab the bottom of that one, it's at 40.85. I would probably trust them that they're going to go push it to this 41.13. If I remember correctly, this was our daily top, if I recall, from last week, but we can take a look at it. So these are the levels for ES that I'm kind of looking right now. If we break this down here, tonight, then the next support here is at 39.15. So I'll probably mark this right here. So this level is going to be fairly important, 39.15. And then if we break below, if we go below, let's say 38, I'll call it 3900. If we lose that level, then there's a strong chance you're going to fill this little skinny belly here, probably all the way to 38.70. And that's probably a good demand here. And then you guys see that there's a skinny area here as well. So you can expect if you skip this, go here, and go here. So I'll definitely watch these levels that we have here. I believe I have some VPOCs on this as well.
What would be the I guess the why in terms of why it would go up and or why it would go down?
I think we had a little gamma squeeze the past couple of days. Once I reviewed the open interest this morning, so there's a lot of open interest. The highest open interest actually was at 392 on SPY. When I say open interest, I'm talking about cumulatively till August. It was 392. Once it broke that, it was green light to go to 400. And I believe similar chart. So now, this is a heavy week with earnings. It's kind of going to be really hard to play. If you're not comfortable in the trade, it's probably better kind of sit and watch this week. And I know some of you guys are not disciplined yet to kind of sit and watch, but I strongly suggest it because the earnings and the Fed news are going to drive it. Apple reports Thursday, and you guys know, we're heavy. The market's heavy with Apple. So I would wait, and I think Thursday morning there's some economic schedule coming out. I think I have it. I'll pull it up and look at it. But there's stuff being released Thursday. I believe it's a CPI or some kind of inflation data is being released. So that's the only reason I say if you're not patient and if Apple guides down, I mean, I don't see a reason why we wouldn't revisit some of these levels that we have here on the bottom side, just in this order. 39.50, 39.20, 90, 70, and then 38.40. And just remember, we haven't gone back to this level here yet. 36.50. We haven't, we exploded from it and we never really visited back yet. So that's the bottom line right here. So, and it seems like we have a nice channel inside. Okay. But that would be my reasoning. Honestly, it's all ER and the guidance that the companies, the big boys, are going to provide. I think who else reported? I think is it May 28th. May 20th. I think Amazon reports this week too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Amazon, Google, all of them.
It's a huge week for earnings.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be, it might be choppy, guys. So for some of you guys that are like momentum, you want to get in and hold. Honestly, it's gonna be between 10 and 10:30 that you trade max 11. You go away and come back at 3:30 and trade. Otherwise, you're gonna lose money because you're gonna be expecting the volatility, which might not happen. And if you look at VIX, I mean, look at this. It's sitting at the bottom right now. So the volatility is not there. And we're coming up. Did anyone chart this? I think we had it on Thinkorswim charts. I would expect some kind of reaction here. 1, 2, 3. You're watching for this level here. Excuse me. At 21 to get a reaction here. So somewhere around here, we would get a reaction about 21, 8, 22. We will get a reaction out of Wix. So keep that in mind while we go through this.
Is
So
VIX leading or lagging? I've always been confused about that.
I would say, in my opinion, I would say it's a leading indicator because it shows you the volatility and the latest news and how the market's pricing that in terms of volatility. But, who knows, other people see it differently.
All right, thanks.
So, I never knew that there was numbers here. Was this a recent update?
I was about to say, damn, Shorty, your volume profile has numbers on it. I haven't seen that before.
Mine's bugged and done that before. I don't
That's
think it's
like open interest or something.
yeah, it's
crazy.
like a feature. It's a feature in KSSN.
Yeah, mine doesn't do it.
Okay, well, there's a little bear flag that we were building up in 5 minutes. So, and any questions on the levels? And then if you look at the just naked price action chart, if I remove all of this and just kind of look at it, right? So for now, if you want to get over it, 38 and 39.70 is going to be crucial. So if you just mark the level right here and you switch it, let's say to these candles. Oh God, these are struggling. So let's say here, 39.77, you guys see that this is an important channel so far for it. And then if you put it right here, you guys see how well it's been behaving in here, right? It popped, it fell back in, it defended it off that trend line, off of this. So now if we lose this, if we lose the recent low 39.40, we're gonna fly down. If we break, if you want to play it a little bit aggressively and catch some points, so you have 39.66. If you take that, then you have 39.77, so about 14 points to the upside. And then, if we break 39.77, I do think that we have a chance to go to 4,000 again and retest it. So this would be my long entry. I would watch this, and then I would probably short it below this level. 20 and then 3,900. But yeah. And then if you guys have done any of this, let me just kind of go here. Just to give you a quick view, it should match up some of these levels here. So here's that level that's kind of going to be crucial. 39.36 is the POC. So if we break this, it's pretty much go time because the line's up. With the break here, it would make a lower low. You already have lower high, so that would, 15 minutes make it a trend reversal. And here we might have like a little head and shoulders forming. At least that's what it looks like to me. So I'd watch this. These would be the crucial levels on ES. Let me just see how we ended the day on SVP on Friday.
ES and NQ both had full sends towards the end of the day on 30-minute candles.
So it's almost like we had a double distribution day on Friday. So this is going to be a strong resistance. So you have a 39.70 is going to be the last. And then here you guys have from the previous day, you guys see the shelf here. This area is going to be crucial for it to get over. So this gives you the best bet. Once this breaks 39.66, till you catch it all the way to about 39.80 or something like that. So about 15 points free money here. And then if you look below, this is no structure at all. Yeah. So once you break this POC here, which hopefully they find somehow to defend it, this is easy money. You have a P-shaped volume profile with minimal kind of volume. What day was that? July 18th, a Monday. Yeah, so if you lose this, you guys see that there's pretty much, you get, you have a little bit of support at 39.17. So you get good 30 points here. Once you lose 39.50, it can really dump. It could even go all the way to 3900, so 50 points there. And then if you lose this POC, which was 38.94, we have a little bit of support here, 38.77. We have 38.70 as a level. So there's a little bit of support here. And then let's see. This is a nice dump here. If you break the VAL here of this run, this is where trouble starts. 38.60. Once you break that, then you have a lot of space all the way to 37.96. Okay. Well, let's see this bear flag. How is it going to play out here? And Q. Same pattern on Q. I'm pretty sure some of these are no longer epochs, at least. Let's see. Okay, well, we got one epoch here. Wow, NQ ran a lot. From July 14. Yeah, wow, almost 1,400 points. That 12,406. this level here is going to be important. 12,262. This was the breakout level that they had. Breakout levels tend to be retested a lot. Now we're holding this trend line. This daily candle is no good here. Let's see if they come back to that level and bounce. Yeah, so there's a VPOC here, which would be a good short entry if we have any weakness here. That's the nice demand zone. Just adding this past week levels here. Wow. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, if you do 30-minute on the HAs, it kind of lines up with that POC where the trend line is. Let's see.
Which one?
Yeah, I grabbed the 715 higher low. Yeah.
This one?
No, the next one to the left. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't know,
definitely
it's
do
more
that.
art than anything.
Yeah. No, it's definitely art. I mean, there's no right or wrong. I'm trying to see if there's a channel. Seems to have a nice channel here.
Yeah,
So if
I
it does
had
decide,
prep.
I mean, but this supply here, and look where we came. I mean, we hit that supply right in the middle of the heart. And look, I think we're gonna sell off, but let's see. Because they drove it up so they can get rid of it. And I mean, hitting a supply like that, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just turn up the RPV. Look at that shelf. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big shelf.
straight dropped as soon as it hit it too. Wow.
So, you know, if we break this tiny little guy here, then we probably go all the way to 12.1, which is about 240 points from here. So about 10%, right? Am I looking at that right? No, a little less. A little more. 120, yeah. But there are some levels that it needs to come back to. I mean, you know, this level here being the BPOC, nice shelf. I mean, this POC here. If you're gonna go long on something like this, at least, you know, let it take out this 12, 4, 5, 6, and then you have some. And if you're really, really reverse, you want 12, 5, 1, 0, and then go off. Let me change this to 65 minutes. Yeah, this shelf here really needs to make a decision right now. I mean, this supply is just, I just feel like there's a little bit more reward to the downside than upside right now just because of this. unless somehow they can gap over this, whether it's Apple earnings or Amazon, and they gap over this, then it really opens up to the VPOCs above. And if they can't, then I think we go back to this VPOC here, 11.6. Here are the levels for SPY. So we're kind of inside this channel here, or maybe a rising wedge, if you want to call it. Trying to get it to the point of this one, yeah. Inside the rising wedge. So if we do drop this, we're probably going to go to the bottom of it, which would be around 372. Our easy short probably be 392. There has to be a gap somewhere in between here. Yep, so you have a nice little gap between this POC and all the way to about 390. So $2 drop here. I'll probably take it all the way to this level. So $3 here. 390 will be crucial on SPY. So, and then you see if you break 388, you have 384. You break that. You can literally turn this on and just trade off of these levels right here. And yeah, I'd probably go long 395 to 397, retest, go long to 400, like here. So that's the way I would look at SPY here. And I'll post these in the shorty corner. I just didn't get time today when I was telling you guys I was charting a little bit. Any questions on SPY? So 395.78, you can go long 397. Break this, hold it, retest, you go to 401, or recent high, whatever that is, 416. And then if we break below this level, 392, there's a strong chance that we come back down. Let's see if he has broke that flag. Very close to breaking it. And there it goes. It might do that right now here. But it's holding 39.50, which is pretty important. Oh, cues. We got the epoch here. I think I lost taste for food and it's finally coming back. And I'm pretty much starving the whole day. Had no appetite at all. So this is an easy short here, guys. This is fairly easy short tomorrow. Does anyone know why and where?
Is that a triple bottom?
This is very close to, I would call it double bottom for now. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you could count this one as at the bottom, yes. But there's something here that's telling you an easy short right after a level.
Because it's a B profile?
It's a B profile, but then, you know, if you look here, what did I just press? You see how they held the VAL here on this B profile here? So it's telling you, what is the B profile telling you in a run up? I mean, we've been running like crazy, guys. We've been running since 280. There's a buyer's exhaustion, but this means it's a trend reversal on the top.
Yeah.
So we can be expecting that, you know, you break this value area low here, guys, it's going to be the easiest $3, $2 you're going to get as a trade. And then you lose this one when you see that they have a previous value area high or low on this level as well. So I would expect 296 to be some kind of area here to hold this level here. So 296, And it literally could go all the way to 295 after this level here. This VPOC here is not going to go untested. I'm pretty certain of that. And I guess this broke this trend line if my eyes are not lying to me. Oh, didn't I? Wow, this is this is going to be fun tomorrow. I'll be watching this heavily tomorrow. So this is a nice channel here. You got on 30 minutes. I mean, I'm sorry guys. I don't know how these colors got here. It just looks super nice once you break this. Come back here, you get out, and if we break below this level here, it really, really triggers a nice sell-off here. Let me look at the VRP here. Where are you? Oh yeah. I mean, this goes all the way to 295 here, man. This tiny little shelf here, I don't think it holds. I mean, look at the structure of that day here. That's the day that created the structure. Look at it. They're going to try to defend this really, really hard here, but I don't think they have enough meat. It looks like the real shelf is here and then here. I mean, here, if you break this POC, or I'll see a 286 then. Look at the shelf here. So any questions on cues? Everybody pretty clear on how to play this? So short here, and then you want to scale out here. And then if we break this, then you have the next level, next level, next level. And then you can either, the way you want to play this is if you get in short here, you get out here. Then if you break it, you get the next and you roll them to 295s. Let's say we hit this, then you sell these, you get the 292s, or you keep some runners, right? Depends how your account balance is, if you're over PTD or if you're using cash account. You trade it like this. On 294, if we break this, this is a really, really good scenario. Probably the best one, you know, if you want to be super patient. You know, 295 breaks, this has 290 written all over it. You lose this 290, 286, and the VPOC will be, I think if you lose this trend line here, we're headed to 286. Look at the POCs here, the cumulative POC here is right at 281. I wouldn't be shocked if we go there. Yeah, full. Cool. So this one hit the 50% on the dot. You guys see it? And it came back down. I mean, what does it look like to you guys, anyone? Looks like a perfect bear flag.
Is that not too long?
No, I mean, it hit the 50%, never got over it. That's from here to here.
Gotcha.
It's so choppy though, holy crap. I mean, you can't even look at these candles. Yeah, this was an easy short here if anyone took that. you're gonna short this guy, just price action wise, 150, 157 would be a good short. Then we'll look at the volume profile, see what they say. Let me just stop this. Oh, area low. Cool. This has room to go to $80, just so you guys know. Sounds crazy, but I have some orders waiting. How do we start this? Yeah, this was your go-ahead moment here. P shape, you took out the P shape, they came back for buying. And once you took out this value area here, this was your go-ahead 151. So they're probably headed to 151 now. I would expect a strong bounce here. If you come here, this is your green zone to buy some calls. I just don't expect that much volatility going into their earnings. And you guys said it's Thursday, right? So this would be a pretty good zone for buying some calls right here. This right here, 151, 151.5. And then obviously, if you break this POC here, you guys see anything stopping it to go back down to 150, 151? There's not much there that's gonna stop it. Whatever distribution here. It was started as a regular day and then it just popped over it, basically just a little bit. And then they dumped to the 330 and then they went higher the next day. There has to be some kind of shelf here. Okay. So yeah, this is the last defense here, 140. Go all the way to 140 here. This could go, if it has bad ER, this goes back to 136. So what would that be, about 10%? Literally 10%, right? Maybe a little bit, 12%. 11% here. Okay. And then they have strong earnings. Where did they go? T6 seems like the low. They could target 162, 166. Yeah, I just don't think they'll. Let's see. No movement at all. Holding this double bottom now, so ES tends to break these double bottoms, and it would probably get declined at 39.60 here. Yeah, this level is going to be either rejection or long here. No, honestly, it goes to 39.72, and then it has 4,000. Okay. What else do you guys have in terms of tickers? What do you guys want to look at?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Then again, I guess they're all in fucking earnings this week, so who
Yeah,
cares?
I'm not gonna play any Amazon. The contracts are gonna be inflated really, really bad.
Yeah, this week's gonna suck.
So this is the gap down. I remember this area. I think there was a VPOC here somewhere when they came back and they rejected. I took a short the first time. Yeah, there it goes. This was it. Yeah, we came very close to it again. I mean, this one is fairly simple if you want to short it. You know, you break this guy. You break this trend line, you're going to 118. So, I mean, I don't know how bad the contracts are an IV on them. But, you know, anything below 121, and this looks pretty easy to short here, guys.
Yeah, I mean intraday that won't be bad. I mean, look, there's like no volume there either, probably.
Yeah, it has to be zero. There's nothing. This is probably the easiest short if they give it to us. And, you know, if you do take this trade, just be aware that this should be your stop loss right here, so you don't get washed out. This should be your stop loss here. You want to use this shelf here and then give it some cushion here to help you with the stop loss. So if this is your entry, I mean, you're giving yourself $2 and something for stop loss. I just don't typically like that on weeklies and ER. But I would short it here. I mean, and maybe stick to 10% loss instead of this target, just and put a trailing stop all the way down. But this might be a good short here. I mean, we ran into a good supply. I remember the 126 level. Somehow it's in my head. So if they do report some magical earnings, 130, retest of this major gap area. How does it look like on a daily candle? Man, they invalidated the head and shoulders so far. So at a left, right, obviously closed above this level here, so invalidated it. Now it looks like a Wu-Tang pattern here, and if this pops, I mean, literally could go about 130, 136, test the gap here. I'm just not going to play any ER, to be honest. I'd rather not trade than trade this. Let's see what we got here on Meta. Somebody wants Meta. Ooh. Yeah, this is our old note. I guess this was our plan from some point. But why did it gap down so much? Didn't
Snap.
have the, oh, Snap got destroyed.
Yeah, Snap destroyed everybody again.
Such a useless company.
Yeah, I fucking had a 25-cent Google Lotto based on that, and it went to 1,300%. And I sold
Oh
it
wow.
200%.
Well, I mean, too.
$dollar put it like 80 cents. I closed it before market, like at 4 p.m. Next day, it went to like $500.
Wow. Oh, Snap. Man, I had Google. So as I was on vacation, I was like, okay, I was going to grab December 105 puts. Man, I wish I would have pulled the trigger on. I was a little tipsy, so I didn't pull the trigger, but I was going to go heavy. Man, those would have paid on this massive drop on Google if Google did that. We'll check it. We'll check Google next.
Oh yeah, for sure. Friday was funny for Google.
But this has to have a bunch of VPOCs here. I mean, this probably all VPOCs. Yep. VPOC. And the way you trade VPOCs, you break it. You can short it on the momentum if there's nice candles. But this is a huge demand zone here, 164. And then you have another VPOC. Did we ever come back to this? Yeah, we did. And this is a huge demand here, guys. This is so big here. If they were to lose this level 156, man, God help Facebook. They better not have any bad PR in upcoming months. And they have ER coming up. I think they're going to dump too. I mean, when you think about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought last ER too, but yeah, that didn't work out so well for me.
Well, it didn't, but now the companies are, if, I haven't spoken, I didn't talk to any of my guys, but I'm pretty sure marketing and all that is the last thing that people are going to be spending money on.
Yep, it's always the way it works.
Oh yeah, you would know as well. So I just don't know why they would. And I mean here, so if you look at this guy here, I mean this is fairly easy short here for somebody that wants to short it. You short it here below this box, 168. I don't see much volume here. I don't think there's any. Yeah, there's none here. Yeah, once you break this box, you're going all the way to 164. So that's 5 points here, guys. Right here. So, and it might push here. I wouldn't be surprised if they push it tomorrow to 171 here. Is any big boys reporting tomorrow, like pre-market or?
Only Tuesday.
Who?
Only on Tuesday and after the big guys.
Yeah. Might be a boring day tomorrow. I hate to tell you guys, but yeah, there's a nice flow. This is a nice demand zone here. You're gonna, let's for some reason they dump this, tomorrow or the day before. Here you have a nice short all the way to here. Switch to calls here. Drive it all the way up for $3. They're gonna push to this level. If they fail this level at any point, I mean, there's a 2x POC right here. I probably would wait for this here to short it, 163. You lose that, then you get about $8 drop here. So I would kind of watch that. I just want to see snap real quick what happened. Well, wow, didn't this get destroyed not too long ago? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they wrecked the market their last earnings too.
From 90. Do you guys not understand why this happened? Why it ran so much? Does everybody understand that? Related to economies? Hopefully you guys get it. If you don't, you can ask. I'll give you a 1-minute explanation. Does everybody get it?
Like why Snap dumped or why is it?
No, just why. I mean, think about it. You have Snap, you have Wayfair. Wayfair went from $20 to $380. Why did that happen?
Child slavery.
I mean, no, all of the tech did it. I mean, look at PayPal. PayPal went from 80 to 320. SQQ, no, is it Square? Square did it. Does everybody understand why?
Fund managers were trying to find yield when the Fed's rate was 0%.
Yeah, it's all about the rate, right? So when the Fed said, hey, it's 0%, all these big investors and hedge funds, they're like, okay, well, we'll take a loan for a couple of $1 billion at 0% interest. And then what they started doing is they saw the trend that, the tech is the new way, right? I mean, when you're in COVID, you're shut down. What are you thinking? You're thinking Peloton, no gym, you work from home, PayPal, Wayfair, all these little tech growth stocks got the boost because it was free money. And these equity balance sheets on these companies started rocketing because all these investors were fighting to get a piece of it. I mean, think about it. Let's say you bought a million here. Well, fuck, you just made 10 times your money right here. So it was fairly easy for them because they borrowed at zero cost, right? So they loaded up on these growth stocks and then they just dumped it. And now they have to find a new buyer to find their true value. And who knows, is it here for some or is it a little bit below COVID level low? So that's the reason why some of these went up. And if you look at, other companies in different sectors, if you look here, let's say, going to weekly on Caterpillar. So this one dumped, right, to $87 went, and it's a totally different industry, right? There's not much tech to it, but it's more building. And this looks like a really good setup, by the way. Yeah, over 182, this looks really good. So that's the main reason why we got this dump. And this was, for some people, you can make a lot of money on this run if you, even Oxy oil. I mean, oil went negative. I mean, these went to like $8. Now they ran up all the way to 80, so they made their 10 times the money and they're good. So same concept everywhere, right? You just got to find XLE. Nobody expected that. It went from 20s to 90s. XLC, I believe, also had a huge run, 38 to 90. So now it's just finding if there's any new buyers that they're going to take them higher. And this is hitting pre-COVID high right now. I can't get over it. This looks like a really good short. This looks really good here, guys. I just keep picking up random things and they just keep looking good. This looks solid here. This could go to COVID lows here. That's communications. Let's see, Google. Google, I want to look at. Ooh. Wow. Oh my God, I would be in the money almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Dude, I was a little tipsy on tequila, but I had 100 contracts loaded up on Google.
Yeah, I grabbed 111 at 25 cents.
I'm afraid to look. December monthlies for 105. How much are they now? If we by some chance don't, defend this level here, this should be a big supply here. Yeah, this here should be. Yeah, it needs to defend this level really bad here. So this is the area it needs to find some buyers. If not, so if somebody wants to play aggressive tomorrow, 106 to 103 is not bad area for. And then if we break this guy, cool. This looks pretty juicy though.
Look how far though they are from the COVID times
Oh yeah,
compared to others. I mean, they're still so far up.
Honestly, could see them going 76. And I know, I'm not even gonna post this on Twitter. These idiots on Twitter, they don't understand how fucking shit works. This is a major bear flag on a fucking weekly here. I don't care what splits or whatever they got. This is a bear pennant here. If you break this, and you will, the benefit of a doubt is that you don't drop 32%. But let's say you go all the way to 32%, 32.77. Oh, that's pretty close. $71. And if I just look at the candles right here and follow the SMT principles, this zone's never been retested. So this right here is a liquidity grab right now. This right here is a liquidity grab right now on, oh, this shelf here is not that wide. So I would short Google below this, let's say safe bet would be this level here, 99.70. This is an easy short, $10 down. Further out, you take your profits at this level because it's going to do the same thing that AMD did. I lost money on AMD put because I was stubborn. But AMD has a beautiful head and shoulder. I mean, it doesn't get easier than this if you guys look at it here. Does everybody see it? Barely. Boom, boom. And now it looks even better than before because it's a flat head and shoulder. So, I mean, you lose the 73.85, my buy order is going to fill. So, where are we? 80 sell, man. This was a good short here. Did anyone take this short? Right there on the shelf. Did anyone? Nobody took the AMD short? Looks good. Yeah, this is going back to 80. Oh, they have earnings coming up. Everything has earnings.
Is the chip build dead or just extended?
I really don't know what our famous lady did there. I just don't see the Kentucky governor proving that. Mitch McConnell. I don't see him proving that, and I don't blame him at all. You should have taken care of your business, not do the buybacks nonstop. Man, this looks pretty good if it breaks this level here to go long on it. Go long to 95. Literally has 90, even $100 here. It can go if it breaks this. So I'll watch this. Actually, I'll put an alert on this guy. And then if it comes to this level here, this is going to be a good bounce zone. If we, for some reason, get a dump tonight, which I don't expect, we're going to take this long here running into earnings. I think we're going to get a pump. Didn't like that 50% much. I'm just checking everything on this one. A lot of repacks below. I mean, it's an easy short below 86. Right below this POC here. If we see it slowing down right here on this little shelf, you guys can see the shelf hopefully. One. I don't know how many. Oh, that's a different one. Huh. Looks like a trend reversal. Nice bear flag here on 30 minutes. So you could short the bear flag all the way to this. I'll put an alert here as well. Seems like a pretty good short. So you have about 60 cents. That's going to be easy money. And then if you don't get out, you might bounce here or wait here and then short here, which would be also the skinny belly. So I'll probably wait for this to short. Yeah, I would wait for this to short right here. So you can get $1 here. A clean dollar. Well, yeah. Clean dollar here, and then you have a nice drop all the way here. So okay, what else do you guys have? Yeah, we have a nice shelf here, 12429.
Yeah, can you peep IWM?
Oh yeah, I'm in those already. Oof, oof, man, this looks good. Oh, I'm gonna short it right here again at 180. Now I'm gonna short this with eyes closed. If it comes to 181, this is a nice setup for short right here. If you miss the entry to short all the way to this level, here's your chance tomorrow. And just pray that they pump it to 181, 180. You want this pump tomorrow. And I mean, even better if they pump it to 183. This was a golden opportunity here. I missed this entry by a little bit. But this is right here. It's pretty good. But then this is all dependent on, on the big boys tomorrow, on Apple and how others are going to respond, I guess, Thursday. But this is a massive bear flag here, guys. You lose this shelf here. Once you lose this is easy short. And I go away for a week and I can't type. This would be your exit here, and then you lose this. Oh my God, and this is where you want to close all of your puts. Sequence, I don't know if he's on, if he can calculate the the gamma values for us, like the absolute and the nominal values on SPY and the major indexes. See if we can get that added onto our script for OEI levels. It would help us a lot. It could literally trade off of that, nothing else. So you wouldn't really have to do any charting, pretty much. You would just look at the GEX values, and it would be golden.
Do they have that shit on Trading Ticks? I don't know enough about it.
I really don't know. I don't, you know, I'm useless when it comes to that service.
Yeah, I get you. I don't know. I'll look at it.
I'm on 5 minutes. I'm like, what is going on here? It really wants 170 at one point. Has a VPOC right here. Yeah, and I was looking at 185 at one point. I think I messaged somebody that they want 185. I forgot who it was. I think Dr. Red was there. Man, if they push to 185, that'd be great. So this little supply acted pretty nicely here on it. Or in the main zone, sorry. I mean, if this breaks, if they, break this, they're gonna hit a brick wall here. 200 level is gonna be a good short level.
They're already at pre-COVID lows, right?
Oh yeah, I
Or
think they
close.
actually,
Yeah.
they tapped it right here. 170 level. That's why I think they will come back to the shelf here. And they haven't been to this POC here, 155. I don't think they will go unless they break this 170, then you get 160 pretty easily here. All right, anyone else? Let me check ES one more time. There's just staying flat. We're gonna get a pump here, get the stop losses out, upper side, bottom side, somewhere. All right, guys. Well, I'll try to be live tomorrow. I just don't know how I'm gonna wake up. It's been acting weird. One day I'm good, the next day I wake up like shit. So hopefully it's good tomorrow. I've been taking some meds.
Thanks, Shorty. Feel better.
All right,
Feel
guys.
better, man. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.